Welcome to our channel and aboard Tootsie Marie. My name is Yvette and this is Tyler. We are a couple from Seattle, Washington who decided to buy a catamaran and move to the Caribbean. We hope you will join us for this crazy adventure and all the fun and challenging things that lie ahead. So we've left Ponce and we're heading to Puerto Real, which is where we are staging to head to the Dominican Republic. We're hoping that the weather will be right this weekend. We'll keep you posted on that. In other breaking news, Tyler and I think we've spotted a Chinese blimp on the coastline here in Puerto Rico. So we're gonna get a closer look and we will report back. This is not a Chinese blimp. However, after looking into it further, we found out that it is a tethered aerostat system that the Puerto Rican and U.S. Customs Border Protection Office uses to monitor the air and the sea. It definitely caught our attention. When we're underway, you're always scanning and looking, so it stood out. We made it to Puerto Real, which has a cute little marina and anchorage area. We've got some clouds coming in. It looks like it might rain a little bit, but that's okay. We didn't have a lot of rain in Ponce. So looking forward to having some rain on our boat, which is always a good thing to rinse off the salt, especially after you've been underway. This looks more like a lake than the ocean. Tyler and I are about to have dinner and we're going to bed early tonight because we're leaving Puerto Rico and we're heading to the Dominican Republic. We are expecting quite a few Coast Guard / Navy people to come on board, and I guess they search your boat, which is a little bit unusual for us. So far we haven't experienced that. Should be interesting to see how that shakes down. Not super excited about having a bunch of people on our boat going through all of our drawers and items, as you could imagine. It's about 5 a.m. We're leaving Puerto Rico, heading to the Dominican Republic, about 72 nautical miles. We're going to an anchorage called Cap Cana. There's no wind today. Currently we have 1.5 knots. So we're really hoping that when we get out there, we will get some wind action to pick up our speed and we can put our sails up, at least our head sail. That would be nice. But if not, we'll just motor the whole way, and it'll probably take about 10 or 11 hours. So cross your fingers for some wind. Enjoying some coffee right now. Isn't she cute? We miss you, Teddy. Thanks for the mug, Bev. So cheers, we'll see you guys in the Dominican Republic.
We came across this large, rather unusual yacht, Falcor 2, in the Mona Passage. Usually when we come across boats like these, we like to look on the AIS for their name, and then go online to read up about them. This particular boat was used previously in the Discovery Channel's Deep Blue filming. They were out here on a pretty unusual course, so we thought maybe they were chasing the humpback whales.
We're in the waterway of humpback whales, and we've seen 2 blow spouts. We're hoping to catch at least one on film, and also it'd be really cool to catch one jumping. We can only be so lucky, but you can see Falcor 2 behind me there. An interesting boat.
I think those are tuna. Unfortunately, we don't have our pole in.
When we're underway, I always like to pre-cut fruit so I can just run down and grab it. It's nice and cold, and we can have a nice refreshing snack to keep our energy up. Is that the Coast Guard?
Yeah. Did they get any closer? That's crazy.
So apparently when you get to the Dominican Republic, they throw all of your fresh produce. You get charged a disposal fee. So I've just pre-cut up the last of our oranges and our celery. I'm gonna cut up our carrots. We're underway, if you can't tell. I'm gonna freeze all of this, so then technically it's not fresh, and we'll be able to use it. You know, I know it'll compromise the texture of the celery and the carrots. We got the room in the freezer, and I don't like wasting any food, let alone being charged to have it thrown away. It seems ridiculous. But anyways, I've got some apples I'm also going to freeze for smoothies and whatnot. Okay, so I cut up the onions and the lime, the summer squash or zucchini. I can bake with that. I've got these apples for smoothies, celery and carrots, which I like to make soup. I make a lot of bone broth, and this is kind of my scraps. I save this usually in the fridge, but I'm gonna have to freeze it for my bone broth when I make it. It's just all the ends of the carrots and the onion ends and onion skins. So I'm gonna put this in the freezer so we can preserve some of this and not have to throw it away. We'll be eating the oranges though, but everything else going in the freezer. We safely made it to Punta Cana in the Dominican Republic. We are now heading in this runway, as I like to call it, a little bit tight, and with these waves it makes it a little bit challenging, but Tyler did a great job as we make our way to Cap Cana Marina. Thank you so much for following along. We'll see you next Sunday.